And welcome to the High Gun Podcast with your host, the High Gun. First, like, subscribe, share. How y'all doing, y'all? So, this is episode 109. We had a real busy weekend. In a good way. In a good way for wrestling. For wrestling. I'm not I'm not upset about how much wrestling I had. And I'm not exhausted because I pick and choose what I was gonna watch. Like I definitely picked and choose what I was gonna watch over the weekend. Right? And I I didn't watch a lot of AEW. I didn't. I watched what I wanted to watch. Will Ospreay versus um, Swerve match of the year. Match of the year. It's not even close. Uh, Match of the year. Ain't nothing beating that. Okay. Great match. Now, obvious, it was an obvious match. Who was gonna win? Because Will was gonna win. Not, you know, some people would say, "Oh, why you say because it's obvious." Because the last time they fought, it was obvious, right? Right, and then Will Ospreay told Tony Khan them to let Swerve win. And Swerve won. And then, so there was no way in hell, uh, Swerve was beating Will Ospreay last night when when the whole them going to Wembley was a thing. There's no way possible that was happening. No way possible that was happening. Okay? So let me say that let me let me make that clear right now. That wasn't happening. Okay? Just like MJF beating Will at Wembley, it's not fucking happening. It's not. Just like at Night of Champions. Alright? When so let me tell you a story on what happened. Nah, mind you. Like I can be right about stuff and that's cool. Right? Like that's cool. I can be right. Like I'm right. I can be wrong. Right? But whoa, when I'm right about something that I've been saying for a couple months or a whole fucking year, I love it. Because I told y'all niggas that not will. I told y'all niggas that Sammy was gonna win the world title this year. I said it. I called my fucking shot last year that this shit was gonna happen this year. I said it. I had niggas telling me, nah, that's not gonna happen. Nah, Sammy's not over enough to be champion. I even had some niggas tell me that Sammy should never win the world title. Nah, I knew he was gonna win that title. Okay, and I knew he was gonna win it in Saudi. Alright, now I might have got the pay per view wrong. Right, right. Alright, but once they put him in the picture, I said he was gonna win it. Alright, like he should have won it last year. But and I'm gonna say this now, if Drew would have won the belt when he was supposed to win the belt, Sammy would have beat Drew for the world title. Like it would have happened then. Okay, right? Like there's no doubt in my mind it wouldn't have happened then. But it happened, and I'm happy he's champ. Like and that this is not for every fan when I say this, but if you're a Rowan fan, if you're a John Cena fan, if you're a Batista fan, a Triple H fan, like a wrestling fan, I ain't talking about in life, but a wrestling fan, then you don't like this move. Like, if you didn't like the Cody move, you damn sure don't like this move. Because you don't see these kind of wrestlers as world champions. Like, you don't see these wrestlers as main eventers. And I tell you a fucking lie. Now, should Sammy win it more than one time? No, No, because he's not that kind of wrestler. But he should win it a time, one time, because he fucking deserves it. I don't care if you're not a Sammy fan. He fucking deserves to be a world champion. Okay, like Kevin Owens said it, and the only thing missing from that situation is Kevin Owens being there to hug him. Nah, Kevin Owens always made me cheer, and he was on NXT's pre-show, the kickoff show for NXT. All right, good seeing him. Now he said something that almost made me cheer up. He said that there's a lot of stuff he missed being away for 15 months from his injury. Alright, but this one he missed it. Like he hates the most, and he missed it, and he hate that he wasn't there to congratulate Sammy, because Kevin Owens has two best friends that he talks about a lot. Finn's one of them, and Sammy's the other one. Okay, all right, and he's happy. It's good to see that Sammy. I mean, it's good to see that Kevin Owens happy for Sammy, which he should be. He should be. And I'm happy for Sammy. I really am, because he deserves to win. Um, you know, and people can bring up that last week he was just a referee for the main event. So what? People can bring up that he lost to Johnny Knoxville a couple of years ago. So fucking what? Right? People can bring up that he was stone cold, he was straight up cold with the fans like a couple months ago. So fucking what? They can bring up a couple months ago he was a gingerbread man. Alright? So fucking what? He deserves to be fucking champ. Now, him being champ, right? He's not gonna get a long title run. Like he's not. He's not. Now, me saying that, let me say this here. Alright, and I'm a Cody fan. Cody shouldn't win his belt back. No time, like he shouldn't win the back. No time soon. Alright, like he shouldn't. He should have, and that's not saying he should go away. Cause that's not the case here either. Alright, he just shouldn't win the belt right now. Alright, he shouldn't win the back, and he shouldn't be challenging for the SummerSlam. Right? Like he shouldn't. Let him breathe without the world title around him. Let him breathe. Let him like Cody can still be the guy in the franchise, the guy without the belt right now. Cena didn't always have it. I mean, when I say this, I don't mean it. Cena didn't always go for the belt, even though he has the record for most title rings, which he just got. Alright, but still, Cena didn't always fight for the world title. Roman didn't always fight for the world title, right? Cody don't always have to fight for it right now. Let him breathe without it. And again, that don't mean take him away from the company. All right. Or take him off TV so we can miss him, and then he can chase the title again. No, doesn't mean that either. All right, just keep him away from the title for right now. He don't need to be champion right now. Like he don't need to win it back. He don't. Not right now. Let him go a couple months without it. Nah, but I'm gonna say this again, but I'm gonna say this again though. Like this needs to be said. I don't know how long Sammy's gonna hold that belt for, and and now this goes back to over. This goes back to over though. It all depends on what over does for a lot of stuff. For a lot of stuff, like over, over picking Roman, it's the money match. But then what the Seth does, which you had a lot of people mad that Seth beat Braun Saturday. I'm not one of them. Not mad about it. I was wrong about it, but I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad that Seth beat Braun. Now, what I will say, all this blazing Braun afterwards, it don't matter. You know, is he ready for the big leads? Did he show that he's ready for that? All that don't matter because he lost. He's only beaten Seth one time, and that was at Backlash. Right? Any other time these niggas have wrestled, Braun has lost. And I got news for you. Like the people saying, the people that's mad about Braun losing. Listen, he's not even top three guys to put the belt on Raw after Roman. He's not. They might put that belt back on Seth. They might put that belt on. Oh well, not Mike. Like there's over. Is Seth over? Is over Seth? That's it. That's it. And then it's Braun. Now, I'm gonna say this: Braun should have been champ. Braun Breaker should have been champ. Braun Breaker should have been champ months ago. When Seth got hurt, Braun should have been champ. There should have been a match made that Monday. Alright? Let's say it's him against LA Knight. Right? Alright? Make the match that Monday. Braun beats LA Knight. Braun's the new champion. There was no need to take the belt from Braun. It was already in the Vision's property. Now, some would say Braun got hurt. Braun could have been champ up until he got hurt. Right? Because this would have saved a lot of situations from happening, dude. Like the dates that you don't have for CM Punk right now wouldn't have happened. I'm not saying CM Punk was a bad champion because he wasn't, right? But just say, and I'm not saying we don't end up in that situation still because we still would have, right? Right? But you would have had more dates on CM Punk's contract than you have now. All right, all right. So Braun should have been champion, all right, because he's your future, right? And Braun should have been champ. Just like um uh talking about Sammy should have been like deserves to be champ. Braun deserves to be champion. Alright? And now he won't be champion for a minute now. Alright, because Roman got the belt now. And we not doing Roman versus Braun no time fucking soon. Now, Braun might get jumped out of Vision tonight. I doubt it. I mean, there's not enough people in the Vision to jump him out. Cause Logan Paul can't touch him, right? Um, um. So there's that. So let me go to the over right quick. So let me tell you what happened, y'all. So I googled. I was doing some useless stat uh, stuff, and I wanted to see has a Samoan won King of the Ring. And Google told me yeah. Now, Google lied about the answer because it told me that Jay won. And the match didn't happen yet. So, when this happens, I asked Google how did it happen. And it told me how it happened. So then I'm like, okay, does the bloodline help him? I asked Google. Google told me no. Okay. I said, does Brock help him win? Google told me no. So then Google's lying to me then. Because at no way is Jay being over 1-on-1 without help. Right? It shouldn't happen. Right? It shouldn't happen. Right? So there was no way possible that Jay was gonna lose. I mean, there was gonna pin over clean. That wasn't so Google lied to me. And maybe it's just my Google. Right? But this shit wasn't finna happen. Like I know it wasn't finna happen. I don't know why Google tried to play with my emotions. And then so fast forward, the match is happening, right? And there's no Jimmy, there's no bloodline in present, and I'm looking, there's no Brock. Now, mind you, when you sometimes you just gotta hear commentary, right? Sometimes you just gotta hear what people saying. So, useless stats. Alright? If you hear useless stats all through a match, or all through a match and just that match, that person's either not showing up or that person's gonna lose their title. These things happen. If you hear useless stats all through the show, like all through the show, 9 times out of 10, that person is either winning or winning the title. The title. So, you know when it happened though. You know when it happened in NST, in the Great American Bash, with Kendall. And the women's did their thing all last night. In NXT, in AEW, yeah, NXT and AEW, they did their fucking thing last night. Because Kendall and Lola Life had an amazing match. They had a bang. Match. So, and I was right about that too. I go into Kindle tomorrow. I go with that tomorrow because I've tried to do this podcast 3 times already, and 2 of the times I had to stop doing it. So I'm getting this podcast done. It's gonna be shorter than I wanted it to be, but I'm getting this podcast done. So over what is that in my face? Cause I started talking about NST and lost track of what I was talking about. But let me keep talking about wrestling. About over winning was the right call. Now, what I will say about this is now I'm gonna answer my own question when I say this, or answer my own statement. So if we were gonna go this route with over this beating Jay clean with no help, with no Brock, and no bloodline, then Jay didn't have to be in this match. Like Jay didn't have to be in this match then, if that was the case. Now, do I understand why he was there? Yes, yes, I understand. Jay makes TKO fucking money. Jay makes WWE money. The E wanted to see Jay's entrance in Saudi. The E loves that Jay makes them money. It's the whole it's the whole reason why it separates him from Jimmy. Okay, and it's the whole reason why Jimmy matches are on TV and Jay matches are on pay per views. Now, does Jay wrestle better than Jimmy? No, and that don't matter, and that pains me to say, right? But that don't matter because Jay makes more money for the company than Jimmy does, and it's always gonna be that way. And this is the truth. Is this the truth? You know. But Jay won. I mean, Jay lost. Jay lost. He lost clean, right? But we could have had the same situation with Oba versus Javon, Oba versus Dom, Oba versus whoever, and it probably would have been a better match, but they wasn't worried about that. Now it was an okay match. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you it was a great match because it wasn't because Jay has certain moves that he always do, and the super kick is one of them. And I love the super kick, but when you spam it like that and you don't do anything else, it's whatever. Now, the the easy answer to this, what does Over do? Who to Over to? The easy answer to this is Roman. It's the money match. Now, the easy answer to this is to go pick Sammy and beat Sammy. Alright? Alright. If he picks Sammy, then it takes him away from Roman. It does. It takes him away from Roman, and then you don't get that back into Mania then. If he picks Sammy. Right? Alright. And then we can get Sammy, and then we can get Seth versus Roman at Night of Champions. But he's picking Roman. I don't know when Brock comes into play, but he's picking Roman. Now, the next main event that we have is Saturday night main event in Madison Square Garden. It's the next event we have before SummerSlam. So, does Sammy walk in as champ in SummerSlam? I don't know. Do we get over versus Braun? Do we get over two nights? These are questions that need to be answered. These are questions that needs to be answered. And like I said, this is going to be a short episode because it was supposed to be a long one, but I had to stop this episode a couple times because some stuff happened that made me had to stop. I was 15 minutes in the first episode, and I had to stop. I was 20 minutes in the second episode, and I had to stop. Alright, so now I'm 24 episodes in, and I'm gonna end this real soon, so I don't have to stop for something else. Alright, but I'm running the show with that. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share, and like I said, y'all, I'm gonna talk about everything I talk about Raw, NXT, and TNA tomorrow. Alright, but make sure you guys like, subscribe, share. Make sure you guys watch wrestling. Make sure you guys watch E-Feds, New Breed. This is the High Gun with the High Gun podcast. God bless. Love y'all. I'm out.